So, the first big message from God, from the universe, first big download, the first thing I recognized as like, holy crap, this is not a thought of mine coming through, but something big and universal and powerful, and it is the Word of God. And I was making bacon and tending to my eggs that morning after having a big breakdown. This is what caused it, and this is what's going to cause it for some people. Is a total breakdown of like all my defenses were just down, and I got to hear this message, which it now it's super important to me. Well, it's always been important to me since I heard it, but it feels super duper duper relevant right this minute. And this is definitely doing this is in alignment because I've definitely got the feeling like I've got to say this and get it out because it's gonna just keep going in there, and I keep seeing words that say hug or embrace and whatever, and I'm like, okay, say it and get it out. But the message that I got after going through this horrible time was, you're here to heal, and the people around you are here to support you, and you are here to support them. And in the last real message that I put out, talked about kind of being ready for that next wave of people going through it, and maybe that are sparking, awake and alive, and kind of starting to see something bigger, and that other energy level that we just don't see in our day-to-day lives. And so I'm like, not just the awakening part, but the people that are going to be struggling, I feel like you've got to go through some pain, right? Like I did, I guess. I had to go through pain, hard pain, and being stripped of my identity. My identity took a blow, the ego took a blow, and I feel like, and maybe I was just so invested in that ego, in that story, that it had to be harsh. But I feel like for most of us it has to be harsh, right? And pain is kind of the biggest teacher. And here comes the pain, and I remember being stuck in that pain, and it's funny because it intensified at the end, and I felt like maybe that was purposeful. Well, obviously it was purposeful, and but it felt out of my control, and these looping thoughts and whatever. And the time I remember doing anything else like that was in 2003, when the country I live for wanted to invade another country, and for lots of shifting reasons, and I was pretty upset, and I got myself worked up into a weird state because I didn't know how to handle thoughts and pain and all that stuff. And so, and I didn't understand, how this process of life worked, and I thought everything had to be just, and how, all the things that I was holding on to. But now people are going to be going through pain. You can already sense it. You see it a little bit through the media, but you can feel it, right? I know you can feel it. And people around you are going to be hurting, and that's where we've got to accept them, and be ready for the embraces, the hugs, the hugs you are prepared to give. Like not, you don't have to physically hug everybody, although wouldn't that be great if we did and everybody was okay with it, and we got there. We crave those hugs, mental hugs, physical hugs, assuring looks, just words of support, little texts, notes, anything we can do to let people know that we can't do the journey for them, but we're there for them, and it hurt. We can hurt with them, and carry a little bit of it with them, but mostly share the hug, share the light, share the empathy, is the acceptance, of where they're at, and they're gonna say strange things, and it's gonna fall up against your fears that are strange, right? And you're gonna feel as well, and their pain might cause you pain. And we gotta deal with it. And that's okay, because we're good at dealing with pain. We've faced it, right? The people that we're talking to, you and me, we have faced it, and it comes back, but we recognize it, we deal with it, we figure out why it's there, and over time it bothers us less and less, and maybe helps us spend more of our time here enjoying what Earth has to offer while we're here. I hate to keep bringing up like I'm aging, but you can see it, and there is a part of me that's like, hey, Earth has some cool stuff, and let's enjoy it and not, be so upset. But when you're that upset and the world is, seemingly burning down around you, which everybody wants to say it to you, like but yeah, we're gonna need support, all of us, and it would be beautiful if this is where the rubber hits the road, right? Like, are we here to support each other, or are we gonna live in our own little bubble of fear? And so yeah, let's make a little pinky vow, come on, that we're gonna hug it out, and we're gonna embrace, we're gonna be the hug that we want to feel in the world, right? We're gonna Gandhi this thing, but with hugs, with Care Bear style, we're gonna shoot out our little rainbows of emotional strength and whatever. We're gonna focus our chi and then make it into big arms and give big hugs to each other. Just chi hugs, just energy hugs. I don't know. Whatever you're ready for. But we need your love, your patience, your peace, your joy, and big time, we need your acceptance. Should you choose this mission? No, yeah, it's just where we're at, right? Here we go. Okay, everybody. Start with the people closest around you. They're the ones that need it most. You can send the waves out, waves of hugs. Get your people to be huggers, mental huggers, whatever you can handle. I know some families, they're not too huggy. So, okay, I'm done. This is another, you should have clicked off 20 seconds ago. All right, I love you.